the scene is mostly working. And now that it is, I'd like to make a few changes to the cameras. I'd like to animate the cameras and maybe switch between them at a certain point. I'll give this a second until the physics are done, and I'll give it a few seconds more, and then I'll pause. I'm going to go back up to that camera. It looks like I didn't properly name it like I thought I did last video, so let's fix that. And let's just take a moment and make a few quick changes to this camera. So I'm going to just push G and Z, and I'm going to move the camera down quite a bit. And I'm going to push G and Z twice, and then I'm going to zoom in quite a bit. And I'm going to push G, and this time I'm going to push X, and I think I'll push X a second time. If I leave it at 1, it'll move over X in the world coordinates. If I push X a second time, it will move the camera on the local coordinates of the camera. And something like that seems great. So with that done, I think what I'm going to do is come up to the transform, and I'm going to right click, and I'm just going to insert a keyframe. And there it is. So now I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to go ahead and play this. And I think I'm going to have the camera start zooming in right after the bag appears in the scene. And we'll see how that looks. So right about there, I think what I'm going to do is grab this camera. I'm going to do a G and a Z, Z, and I'm going to just move out to about here. And I will again right click and insert a keyframe. And now as we play this, we'll see that the camera is staying in place, and at around frame 200, it starts zooming in gradually on the bag. Alright, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to switch to my other camera, and I'm going to push Shift 0 to switch to that camera and have that be the main camera, at least for the moment. So having switched to this camera, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the view a little bit. So I'm just going to push G, and I'm just going to manually kind of move it so that we get those bags centered a little bit more. And I'm going to do a G, Z, Z and zoom out so that we get a little bit more of a long shot. And then we'll stop here, and then we'll do some fine-tuning with the cameras probably next.